turn on all my lights. This is Nicki Sun from TechNicki speaking, here with a gear recommendation. A wireless microphone system that not only plugs into your camera, but also to your phone and computer. What do you think?
That's dope!
You're zooming in on me. And at the same time, I have no director or cameraman.
Right now, you're like Asian Daenerys in my mind.
I've always been the mother of cameras.
I love technology. When other women see us in front of the camera, they're inspired to do it too.
This has been Nicki Sun with Gals and Gear at NAB Show Live.
Nicki's an amazing entrepreneur slash content creator slash female director slash cinematographer slash Asian ambassador.
She's talking about choosing the right camera for the job.
Woo! Definitely.
She's amazing.
That was it for this episode of TechNicki Speaking. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hey. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of TechNicki Speaking by Nicki Sun. I'm your host Nicki Sun, and first of all let me say it's working! So if you were here with me last week and you were a part of the dedicated few that have stayed with me all 3 hours to figure out why my Amazon Live wasn't going live according to time, and you stayed with me until 11 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Amazon to figure this out with me. First of all, I just want to say thank you. It literally meant the world to me. I even posted about it on my TechNicki Speaking Instagram. It just means the world to me that you would actually troubleshoot this with me. Even the team at YOLO Live came on, and a whole bunch of experts, and just the amazing people were helping me QC and QA across all over my YouTube, Facebook, Amazon. Huge shout out to Brian too for always capturing crazy screenshots and videos of me just to make sure that it's working in all areas. So just so I know that it's all working, I have a crazy setup right now. And because of some new technology, I'll actually be able to show you what it looks like from my end. And you also see some of my crazy house. But I just want to say hello in the chat over here. So, oh my goodness, on Amazon Live, we have Brian and Johnny and Nikki. Hello, you all. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning into a live, because this is actually my scheduled live. If you're tuning in on Amazon, which is the most optimal in my opinion, to view my show live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, please look at it through your mobile app. You'll notice that at the bottom, all the technology gear that I'm talking about, you can purchase on Amazon yourself. It is not required in order to watch, but I run this like a QVC show, part QVC, part educational. In addition, if you're watching it on a computer or your TV screen, the carousel will show up on the left side versus down below. And if you're tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, what up fam? Thank you so much for joining me. Again, as for those of you who are new because of my show at NAB Show, welcome. I started this show at the beginning of this year and I go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you haven't clicked follow, there is a follow button on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Also smash that star button. I imagine it works like the hearts on Instagram lives and such, where I don't know exactly what it does, but I'm sure it helps the algorithm and the search bar folks to find my live stream, to make it a live stream worth watching. So I would appreciate a follow on all 3 accounts, my YouTube, my Facebook page, and also my Amazon Live, just so you can get notified every time I do go live. And then whatever platform your heart desires, I'll be on here saying hello to you. Very cool. Yay! Hello, Sunfrog. Sunfrog says hello on YouTube. This is awesome. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm looking at in a moment. But yeah, I wanted to officially welcome you all and welcome me back from NAB Show. If you tuned in live during NAB Show, because you couldn't be there in person and you were on the NAB Show homepage or on the socials, thank you so much. Leave me a comment, drop me a comment if you tuned in. I know Sunfrog did, I know Brian did, I know my family did. I shout out to all my friends and family who, even though I was in Vegas and took my show literally to a physical location at NAB Show, which is at the Las Vegas Convention Center, they built me a freaking in-studio stage NAB Amplify studio with an in-person audience. It was so thrilling to have an in-studio live audience. That is something I'm manifesting into the world, that eventually one day I'll have my own show with a live audience, and not only an in-person audience, but broadcast it live. So in a way, just kind of like all the other talk shows, but let's maybe make it a show about people and maybe food and technology and entertainment. I think that would be absolute dream of mine. So if anybody's watching and has the means to do that, is looking for a host, I volunteer, as Katniss Everdeen would say. But it was just like a beautiful moment at NAB show to go to my first NAB show in 2010 with my dad, and him telling me one day I'm gonna be speaking on that stage. Fast forward to 2018, the first time emceeing the post-production stage at the post-production campus stage. Then next year, working with the Gals and Gear team to really highlight and interview a lot of women executives at NAB show on the show floor and give them a broadcasted outlet, to skipping a couple of years and hosting their Instagram live show last year, and then fast forwarding to literally 2 weeks ago, being in Vegas in person, being on the main stage, interviewing Peloton's Cody Rigsby, sitting on a panel with other women executive leaders within the technology and filmmaking world, to bringing my show, TechNicki Speaking by Nicki Sun, to NAB show Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 4 days. It was a whirlwind, but I could not be more grateful and more appreciative to the NAB show team, also to the Activate Entertainment team, who was the resident production team who helped me basically run my entire lives, connected my YouTube accounts to make sure that every time we broadcasted, we would go live. There's just so many thanks. And you know, on top of that, if you missed any of my lives, I had some amazing special guests. First of all, on Sunday, to kick it off, I decided to interview the resident host, which was the Overwatch lead commentator, Jen Pichet, or AKA Lemon QE. She's incredible. She was a great person to kick us off, because we got to geek out about gear, and I got to show her a lot of the gear that I'm about to show you and how I operate in my daily, weekly, and also event life. And then the next day, you know, it was followed by Rocky Nash and Aaron Parecki, two amazing live stream producers who joined me on the show to share their experiences, not only with the YOLOBOX Pro, but also the Blackmagic A10 Mini and the Roland Aerocaster. Loved their insight. And then Valentina V, I did a fireside conversation with this incredible director cinematographer, Valentina V, who also happens to be an Adobe Master Trainer and in-resident pro cinematographer for Aputure. Aputures are huge friends of mine as well, and I got to go to their secret dinner. So that was really, really awesome as they announced their new gear coming out, so stay tuned. And then, you know, on the last day, I decided to bring the entire NAB show influencer team, which comprised of 4 college students, soon to graduate or still working on their degrees. And they were responsible for capturing content all throughout NAB show and essentially packaged together 30-minute content on a daily. So really putting them through the ringer when it comes to capturing content and getting it up and live and ready to broadcast. And I decided to interview them and hopefully give them a platform to pitch themselves, because as recent graduates, you know, the next thing that comes naturally is a job. So it was really cool to geek out over gear and bring it to NAB show in person. And I just really, again, want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you were tuning in on the NAB show page itself or also on Facebook. Again, I couldn't go live on Amazon because unfortunately, due to the bandwidth of Amazon's limitations, I did not want to lower the bandwidth to 720p across the rest of the channel. So I had to kind of nick the Amazon live stream. But after seeing how amazing it went at NAB show, I've decided I want to go live as many platforms as possible. So I really appreciate you. Oh, shout out to Bert. I believe he's commenting on Facebook. Really appreciate your reviews. Thanks. Oh, Bert, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. And thank you for following my page. I really, really appreciate it. All right. I know I think I've kind of introed long enough. And if you were here last week, again, we had some technical difficulties since coming back from NAB show and realizing that some updates have changed on certain products that I'm using, which kind of did not allow me to start on time at all. But I'm so glad as I'm looking around on all my tabs that things are indeed, in fact, working. So without further ado, I'd love to show you as well. So besides all the things that I had to host, speak, and moderate on, I actually do capture and go around the show floor to get interviews, as well as content, which I'm still working on editing because there's a lot to go through. And I had to update all the descriptions and titles for all the other videos that I've done. So again, if you missed my time at NAB show, I do have 3 of the 4 live streams up on my YouTube channel, TechNicki Speaking. So if you want to rewatch any of the live shows that I brought on with our in-studio audience, with gifts and prizes and a whole bunch of insight and knowledge on how to up your live stream production or your video or camera what do you call that? Consults? It's all on YouTube on my channel. Make sure you subscribe too. All right, but I'm gonna tell you exactly the gear that I used at NAB because as I was going around, I realized there's some things that truly just made the world of difference. I'm used to, as a one-woman band, going around carrying my tripod and also so many things in my hand. And then on top of that, not only am I responsible for setting up the gear when I'm behind the camera, I also am in front of the camera interviewing people. So I got to make sure, I look okay too, and make sure I'm in frame and that the audio and everything works. So I have stumbled upon this one item. And if you were here last week, like 2 hours after my live, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm repeating myself because I want to get it recorded and re-streamed again. I want to show you the exact setup that I brought to NAB. So the first thing that absolutely saved my life was this newer photography Dolly that basically turns any tripod or 3-legged item, even a light stand, into a rolling one. And I thought I'd set it up for you right over here. So this is what it is. It comes in this little cute pouch right here. And I have selected it, so if you're on Amazon, you know exactly the one that I selected. But this, honestly, there's many different versions of it, but I found the one that had the most reviews, also in a reasonable price range, and also that can ship to me in time because, you know me, like there's always something to get before I do a major show such as NAB. But after I unzip it, which has a nice little cute carrying case, and this actually fit in my carry-on bag. So I love being able to, just throw it in my carry-on bag wherever I go. But this beauty saved my life when I was capturing content at NAB, and I wish I had it when I was at CES as well. And basically any show events in the future, and also for the streamers out there who are doing things at home, like if you don't want to keep breaking down and setting up your tripod, this is a great alternative to just leave your tripods here, but have it rolling around versus having to break it up and set it up. So this is the newer Dolly. I don't know the official name, but I've selected it. It comes with a Velcro strap. And so what I'll do is just open it like this. And as you know, there's a handle, so it's great. And there's 3 little prongs. So the great thing is I love that it clicks into place. So let's click 1, click 2. In addition, these legs all extend as well. So if you have a kind of a larger tripod and you want to take up a little bit more space, because maybe it's like a little bit more heavy, you're able to unlock each bar, pull it out, and then you've extended it. At the end, you also have wheels that lock. So there's a locking mechanism for the wheels. So when you're rolling on the show floor, right, you're in your place and you don't want it to roll away, you can use your foot, step down on the clamps, and all of a sudden it's locked your wheels. So I'm going to do that for all of them. So we're going to set it up. I'm going to do it literally, show you my setup. The only thing I can't really show you is my camera because I'm using that camera right now to do this stream. And as you can tell, with each one of the tripod legs, there is kind of like a screw closure. Let me go this way so you kind of see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so there's a screw closure, right? So as you can imagine, I know we all have great visual imaginations. Each leg of the tripod goes into one of these screw caps, and then you just screw it tight. And then all of a sudden, as you can tell, this will just roll over the floor and make it a completely movable dolly. So this is literally amazing. And I'm going to show you why you can build on top of it as well. Because when I'm going around the show floor, I was carrying around my Targus bag as well, but I'm so grateful that the NAB Amplify Studio allowed me to store kind of like a home base there, so I didn't have to take everything. So basically, once I set up my camera, I just, you know, connected a couple more items to this rolling dolly contraption, this jerry rig that I had created in order to really be mobile. So I'm just gonna put this on the floor really quick. And then next up, I wanna talk about the specific tripod that I had that I absolutely love. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's still available on Amazon, but you can click around for something similar. Because I honestly think my dad got this for me a long time ago while I was like in line. It was an impulse buy at Best Buy, but I noticed that it was on Amazon too. So this is the exact one that I got. It was the Sun Pack. My last name's Sun, so you know anything with the word sun in it, I have a little affinity for. But this is the Sun Pack 61-inch, and the model was 6000 PG right here. So if you're looking for this specific exact one that I have, and you want to build the exact rig that I have, I just showing you for this reference. I like it because this also fit in my, not my carry-on, but my check-in. So I had a bigger check-in. So I really, really like this size because again, not only do I have to worry about what I'm wearing as the on-camera host, but all the gear that comes with it, I try to pack as light as possible. So I had tons of other tripods, heavy-duty tripods, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna utilize all this heavy gear daily. By the second day, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why did I bring all this? So I've learned after capturing time and time again, conference after conference, event after event, that smaller is better, you know, lighter is better. All these things are so much better because, and even after a while, you start using your phone to mix content at the end of the day, because some days, maybe I'm wearing a nice suit. I don't want to carry a backpack over it. Then I'd have to drag something on the floor like a rolling backpack. So this setup that I'm about to show you in its full actualized form was my saving grace. And I don't know how I used to cover conferences before this happened. So I love how small this tripod is. Boom. Just do that, right? And so there's like these little leg attachments, so it's not one of those twist ones. I really don't like the twist tripods because I just need something fast, and I want something that I'm not gonna like hurt my hands on. You know, I wanted something quick, so I love these clips because I can just pull them out. So what I'll do first is start with the bottom legs, because the only thing about pairing this with the newer rolling is that it's specifically a certain length. So if you don't get it right in the slots the first time, it kind of is hard to do it. What you can do as a cheat code, as I see people do, is like you can get like gaff tape or any kind of tape really, or even like a little white, what do you call that? Dry erase marker if you don't mind it being permanent, or like, you know, a little gold Sharpie, and you can indicate how high it is in order to go on your tripod. I guess I could do that because I really don't mind if I mark my tripod, because this tripod is mine. I'm not going to sell it. So what I do is I lock the bottoms, but I make this loose. I don't lock these yet. And then once I stick one end into the tripod leg and I am able to pair it all up, then I lock it in place, because before then it might be too overextended. So let me put these in the right slots really quick. As you can tell, you can still hear me because I am wearing the Ceremonic Blink 500 Pro wireless audio system, and it allows me to basically be all over my house when I do these live streams and still talk to you. See, like, I'm still here. And let me just lock these in place. Alrighty, almost all done. Okay. All right. I think I got it all locked in place. So this is nice. And I'll show you what it looks like because I have a sitting desk. And this is the part where, again, it sounds like magic. Okay, so let me bring this table down. Ooh, it was May 4th the other day. So may the 4th be with you. Yes, so this is what it looks like once it is all rolled. And you know what? Something else that's really cool is Axsoon actually gave me their wireless transmitter to play with. So before this one runs out of battery, because I got the battery case lodged, the battery lodged into the back case. So I'm like, ooh, let me figure this out. Hi, Rome. Johnny says, I'm just checking the chat really quick. Johnny says, Sun is the most popular Asian last name. I guess so. I don't know so much in I guess, ethnicity-wise, but I heard that my ethnicity is not the most popular with that last name. Oh, Nikki, I'm so happy I can watch again. I've been overseas. Oh no, twists are no fun. Yes, it really hurts my hand when I like untwist it. Hi, Rome. Hello, everyone. Vlad. Hi, Nikki. Oh, hi, Vladimir. So nice to see you. Emil. Oh my gosh. Hello from Facebook. Says beautiful tripod. Is it carbon fiber? This one, I would say is not. I'd say this one is the aluminum, but I like it because it makes it super light, but I love anything carbon fiber. And it's a quick, so I'm like kneeling down. Quick release lock, yes. I'll show you right here, right there. See, so then when you put your camera on there, it's definitely a quick release. And you know, this is something that I got a long time ago. So the fact that I still use it and you know, it's so easy to use. I like it. And then, you know, you get your extra height by just doing this instead of having to open the bottom and doing it. So this is like, I would say like a relatively cheaper tripod that does all the things I want it to. And it fits in my carry-on when I travel. So I don't have to like have all these like tripod bags hanging off my back. Rome says, you always look so happy. I love that about you, Nikki. Well, I have to be happy because our live stream works. I wasn't on time last week, so this is really, really nice. And Emil says, wow, nice mic, ceremonic sound. Aw, you guys are so awesome. Okay, so the cool thing, I'm about to show you a lot of things behind the scenes. But so let me raise this up. Ooh, I can never get tired of this. I swear, this makes my part of my home like so happy, being able to like feel like I can play with magic, even though it's like a standing desk. Okay, so let me move this area outside because I'm afraid of you all seeing everything that's about to be seen in my house. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's the shout out to the Targus bag, by the way. Okay, so shout out to the Axsoon team. How much battery does this have? So again, I've been operating this camera before, literally on an HDMI to an HDMI, full HDMI to full HDMI cord, right? So that means my camera has to be attached with a wire to my YOLO box that I currently have. Actually, I'll show you. Let me do this. So see, this is what it looks like right now. I have this here too. I've been attaching, you know, my camera to a full HDMI, and the YOLO box gives you 3 full HDMIs to actually plug in your cameras. But you know, I want 3 cameras, but I don't want to sometimes stay close. So this Axsoon, here, I think I can do this. Here, let me do this really quickly. So Axsoon sent me this, and I've also clicked on this in my carousel, but Axsoon sent me their Cine I2s Pro. Well, actually, they didn't send it to me. We were at a party at NAB, and I was telling them I'd love to be able to bring my camera around the show floor without having to bring my YOLO box everywhere too, right? Again, have a home base. So they sent me home with their Axsoon Cine I2s Pro, and I've actually been live streaming utilizing this with no wires. And just to prove it to you, I'm gonna switch back to here. Okay, so see this right here? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys ready? All right, so because of what they sent me, that is the receiver, right? So guess where the transmitter is? My camera. Meaning, my camera is movable. And I wasn't able to do that before, so let me show you. I'm gonna like pop around. Okay, so again, this might be a little nerve-wracking because you guys are gonna see everything in my house. But let me undo this. Oh, snap. Did you just see what I just did? I took it off of here. So now I can look at you guys on the screen. What's up, guys? Oh my goodness. This is super sick. And this is what I'm looking at. Okay, so I literally just took off my camera so I can do this. And I guess you can see, let me switch to this zoom area. But this is how my camera is. Let me move this over. All right, see this? So technically, I have attached my Axsoon 2s Pro, right? And I purchased these little small HDMI, which I have them on the stream as well, but I got this small rig, HDMI to HDMI, literally the 1.5 foot cable, just so it can connect from my camera to my transmitter, right? And then you just have to make sure this is on the same channel. What's over here is I'm able to plug in 3, right? So I have another small rig, HDMI to HDMI, like literally like 1.5 feet, like right here, because I don't like all these cables, right? This is only here because I have it attached to this camera. And I haven't found exactly, you know, oops, I realized I didn't switch it. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, let me do that again, because I can. So yeah, I purchased 2 of these, and this exact one that I got is on my carousel, but I have the small rig brand HDMI to full HDMI cord. So it's really cool because any HDMI, this actually takes SDI and also HDMI, but you know, I have HDMI, but this allows me to keep the cords nice and tight and then not all over the place. This is the only cord I have right now because this one is linked up to this camera right here. And this camera, because it's GH4, doesn't have a full HDMI. It is a micro HDMI. So I have to get like, you know, something else for that. But I tried putting this into the Axsoon, and I don't know if it can only work on full HDMI with full HDMI. But as you can see, this allows me to be totally wireless. So again, in order to do this, I just attach the HDMI to my Axsoon receiver, make sure it's the same channel. Here, I'll show you. This is the same channel as the transmitter currently sitting on top of my GH5 camera, which also has a GH5, full HDMI to full HDMI. So this is taking up one of my ports, and this is the port that is currently doing this right now that allows me to do that. And then this is my overhead camera, and then now I have an extra one. Now that I have this camera, look, I can just like show you exactly what I'm like talking about. All these cords, all these things. Look at you all. Vlad says inception level of immersion, but guess what? I think this is inception level immersion myself, doing this capturing of your comment and such. And so, since I'm here as well, I wanted to show you. Oh, cool. Michael says amazing. Emil says wow. Okay, I'm going to show you now. Here's my messy house, y'all. I haven't cleaned since NAB, okay, so don't judge me. But this is my whole rig. So, oops, let me brighten this up a little bit. Okay, But see this? So this is allowing the tripod moves here. The tripod legs go into my newer system. And yeah, so that's how it goes. Now the next level part is when I'm moving this around, I had actually, oh wait, actually this pink is too dark. Alexa, turn my backlight soft white. Backlight Studio doesn't support that. Oh, warm white? Alexa, turn my backlight soft white. Okay. Ah, ha, ha, ha. There it goes. So this right here is another device that I love. It's technically a weight stone bag, but honey, I did not use it for a weight stone. I used it for battery holding, my personal items holding, all that stuff. But let me just bring us back. I feel like I'm flying a plane. Okay, so let's just go back and fly the plane and land the camera right back on top of where it is. This is literally when I wake up in the morning and I do this, like this makes me so happy. Like this view right here makes me so happy because it's like sit, stand, desk, y'all. And like I turn off my backlights. Here, I'll show you exactly. Okay, Alexa, turn off my backlights. Okay, so imagine this. I wake up in the morning and sorry, I am on one today. I wake up in the morning and I say, I'm about to like film some stuff. Alexa, turn on my backlights. Okay. And then, you know, she just does her thing. And then I basically, if I feel like standing, I keep it up. If I feel like sitting, I just, oh, I'll show you because I can. When else am I going to get to do this? So yeah, so this is right here, right? So if I want it to go from standing to sitting, I've preset it. Here we go. That's my trash can on the floor, right? So that's that. And this is what I look at every day from this angle. Here's my mic and all that stuff too. Here is my, when I'm floating, I have this amazing 4-arm system that allows me to float my camera, my second camera, my boom, and also hold my iPad. That allows me to select on the item. So this is literally what I see from my angle when I operate. I don't need a computer in order to create this YOLO box. However, I use this so I can see as a monitor. And as you can see, the latency is not bad. So I'm just gonna bring it back up because again, I can. So I hit on 2. And yeah, this just excites me. And again, you're able to hear me because I'm wearing the wireless lavalier mic from Ceramonic. So I'm just gonna land our plane, AKA our camera, back onto where it was, which as you can tell is this Ulanzi. This is my favorite tripod head. I hope I put it in the carousel, but this is my favorite as you can tell because guess what? There is a shoe mount, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can do this because my transmitter is about to lose battery. So what I wanna do, I'll show you. I get these AC battery adapters specifically for this camera. And as you can tell, it's wired because this allows me to get a stream of concurrent battery flow. So I never have to worry about my batteries dying. Right now, in order to take it off of the handle though, I had to put like a regular battery inside of it. And so if I wanted to switch to make sure I have like concurrent battery power, I would switch this and put this in the battery, put this in the AC/DC, I call it the AC/DC power jack, and then you'll be able to do that. And then this is a ball head mount. I love it because as you can tell, there's a ridge right here. So when I want to film my TikToks, I can literally go from here and flip with a flick of the wrist. I will put it vertically and now I'm in the same spot, same lighting, same everything with all my studio, and now I can film TikTok videos. Or if you have OBS, you can set up your OBS software so that you can record just the vertical parts. So it's just all about making your life easier, fam, okay? It's about being more efficient. Everybody works hard, okay? So now it's about working smarter, and I just really want to help everybody achieve that. So I'm gonna put it back over here. I know, wasn't that fun? I got to like fly a plane with you all as my passengers. So that was fun. Yeah, but see, I have a lot of fun here. Because I'm like, I don't need to go out. NAB was the first time I've been let out of the house in so long. That's why I was really excited. I think the footage shows that too. But yeah. Vlad says, I need those wheels. Emil says, the friendly Alexa, nice desktop stand. I absolutely love my desktop stand. And let me just check over here. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I'm just loving this. Okay, so that was the Axsoon Cine I2s Pro. I'm so excited because they showed me the new one that's coming out, and it's actually a little bit smaller, and the antennas don't have to twist off, but they actually collapse. So I'm really excited for that one because, again, when I travel, I like to keep my gear light, compact, and if I don't have to worry about having such a huge wingspan when it comes to my antennas popping out, I definitely appreciate that. So again, shout out to Mike of Axsoon. Also Jesse of Ceramonic for like connecting me with the good people at Axsoon, and just honestly just being able to be handed the Axsoon Cine I2s Pro so I can test it out in my hotel room before being able to test it out over here. I thought it was like super, super amazing. So, okay, and I'm gonna move this up because I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going, fam, you know? Let me just, which product was I on? I was on this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Oh, so Frank has asked, how much weight does that dolly hold? You know, all the info has gone out. I would say the payload. So in camera speak, the amount something can hold, we call it the payload. So like if I'm going around the show floor, people are like, what's the payload of that thing? Is they're asking how much weight can this product take when it comes to carrying things, right? So I would say at least 20 pounds, to be honest. Which is great because when you think about gimbals and you're putting your camera on gimbals, like it's probably going to be max 6 to 9 pounds when you have all that lens and gear on it, because it has to like auto calibrate every time. It is pretty hard on the wrist. So for these tripods, and also why I love the dolly so much, is once you set it up with a payload of 20 pounds, which is personally fine for me because a DSLR camera with one lens kit, interchangeable lens, maybe the YOLO box attached to it, that will probably put me just a little bit over 10 pounds. So I have plenty of weight that it can hold, the payload that it can hold. And so I'm glad you asked about that too, because that's how much this can take, but I also wanted to add some more weight to it. So the next item that really saved me some time, and I'm realizing how much, oh, thank you. Frank's like, I'm Sunfrog on YouTube. My real name is Frank. Hello. Yes, I saw you on YouTube, and I was like, I don't know the real name. Oh my gosh. Oh, is it? Okay, oh, on YouTube, is it Vasily? I'm trying to make sure I pronounce everybody's names correctly, but you all have such beautiful names. And okay, Vasily, it's either Vasilis or Vasily. This person has said, wedding videographer's delight before the arrival of gimbals. Yes. Jules, what's up, Jules? Apatini on YouTube says, my Alexa just responded to your voice and said she can't do it. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So this next thing, so if you're watching on Amazon, again, which is like the most optimum because then you can see all the details when you click on the product of what it is. This next thing, again, this has the word Sun on it, you know? So again, my last name being Sun, I needed to get this one. There was like plenty to choose from, but it stole my heart with Sunway Photo. But this is technically a weight stone carrying bag. So like, you know, if you put it on a tripod and it's like a windy day, you want to put some rocks in it so it won't fly away. But I decided to utilize this as a personal belonging bag so I can put like things like my wallet in here. and also like maybe my freaking giant battery pack that can power a computer and a live stream and not have to worry about it running out of battery while I'm on the show floor all day. So this is what I used it for. I also used it to hold my microphone. So I'm gonna set this up for you so you can see what it looks like. But this is the Sunway Photo weight stone bag that I've used personally as a personal belonging bag. Because again, when I'm on the show floor, I don't wanna have to roll around all my gear and also roll around my Targus bag. As much as I love being able to put all my gear in my bag and then roll it into the NAB Amplify Studio room, the storage room, and then drop this off before going. So without having to put everything over my shoulder, because you know, when you're on camera, you don't want to have all these straps in your way, especially if you're trying to show off the design. So this is for like my one-person bands out there. If you want to just travel light, efficient, and just capture as much content as possible without like, you know, leaving anything behind. These are the items I would get. Tripod, if you already have a tripod at home that's like your favorite, do it. Like, you don't have to buy a new one. What I will recommend you doing though, if you do a lot of show floor coverage or a lot of movement of it, get that new way Dolly tripod thing. It honestly has changed my life. And if they would hire me as a brand ambassador to even just talk about it even more, I would totally do that, because it's really natural at this point. I honestly really cannot believe I didn't think about this until literally maybe after CES. Because when I was at CES, I was like, I wish there wasn't a way that I can get something that could turn my tripod into something movable, but that's also travel friendly and compact, because I don't want to have to carry a separate bag, you know, being able to do that. So I'm gonna just lift it. So again, this is what it looks like. It has a divider, a 3 divider. So I literally, when I attached my camera, I was able to keep it at the height that's of me. And because my GH5 has a flip out screen, I'm able to like flip it out and use that as my baby monitor. No need to attach another monitor so I can see myself in frame. Love that feature about the camera. That's initially why I bought into the Lumix system since the GH2 days. It was the only camera at its time, believe it or not, that had a flip out screen. Like, not even the Canons or Sonys had flip out screens. They had flip up screens, but if I'm in front of the camera, honey, I need that screen to flip out. And the GH2 was the only one that could flip out at the time. So I've been kind of loyal to the whole Panasonic Lumix ecosystem. Also just because it also was the first prosumer camera to be able to capture in 4K at the DSLR mirrorless camera ability without going crazy overboard over budget. So it's a great camera to start off with. I don't think I put it in my carousel. If I did, oops, yeah, I did. But for those of you who are looking for a camera that like really want to look into it professionally, or even just, you know, if you do a lot of interviews, it's been nice because a lot of the DSLR and mirrorless cameras in the past have always been photo first, video second, but a lot of these prosumer cameras now are video first, photo, you know, just as up there, but depending on what your preference is, they have many, many different options. And I specifically got the GH5 II Mark II because it has the ability to broadcast live straight from the camera. I haven't tried that yet, which I probably should, but because of since getting the YOLO box, I've been able to now attach this Axsoon Cine I2s Pro to my camera, leave my YOLO box wherever I want it to, and then kind of travel around with my camera when I'm going live and getting all up in the action. So there's plenty of options, and I'm just here to show you all the options or entertain you. I don't know, one way or the other. So it's definitely kind of what that's supposed to be. Okay, so after that was all done, I just wanted to show you, and shout out to my girl, Kim. She just recently had her first baby, and I'm like, she's so tiny and so cute. And I saw her do this. My homegirl, oh, gotta love my friends and family for literally helping a girl out. She had a Cricut machine, and I specifically likes this brand of mic flags because, as you can see, it's very matte. It's not like a glossy or a plastic finish. These are more expensive, obviously, but you know, if I'm on camera, I'm gonna make it look good. So she had die cut these out, so they are like erased vinyl stickers, and I take pretty good care of them. I've taken care of my Nicki Sun one for the longest time, so I've had this one since 2009, believe it or not, my Nicki Sun one for my first YouTube channel. And so I was like, I need one for my TechNicki speaking channel. So now I have this one and this one, but I love these. And you know, this is a really nice way to up your professional interviewing game. For those of you who are also looking to start your own channels and interview channels, like, again, I'm speaking on behalf of my experience as a host and an interviewer. If you don't do that, totally fine. You don't have to worry about it. But like, you know, there wasn't a lot of people doing what I did 12 years ago. So I tried to do everything to make it as professional as possible. And I will say it has worked because I definitely got taken as a professional, especially when I'm on the NAB show floor. If you have a mic flag on your, you know, microphone, they want you to talk to them. So like, why wouldn't you help yourself, like, get noticed and give you all the access possible, right? So just a little trick of the trade. Like, when you have a channel name, you have your logo, make a mic flag, just make a mic flag. So anyways, this is a mic flag. And where did I put this one? Oh, and I'm just loyal to this brand because it was my first microphone and it still works to this day. Nikki said she remembers the Nicki Sun one. I know you do. You're like my all-time #1 supporter since like 2009, Nikki, and I appreciate you so much for that. Really, really love it. But I'm going to show you this one now. So this is it's in my carousel. Again, if you're just joining now, please hit the follow button and smash that start button. I would appreciate you coming back to my lives every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh my gosh, we only have 12 more minutes left. Yes, I do go for a live for only an hour, like every Tuesday, but I'm trying to be consistent. So I'm trying to hold myself to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I really, really appreciate you all joining here. So this is one of my absolute favorite microphones just because it's been with me so long. The quality's great. I basically use it on everything. It's super universal because it is an XLR input. This is the Electro Voice RE50B. So it's the exact one that I selected in my Amazon store, in my carousel. So if you forget, there is going to be a playlist after the fact called my NAB gear and everything that I'm talking about today. If you missed the live stream, you can go back to this playlist, or like, let's say in the future, you decide, I all of a sudden want to start a channel, and what was the gear that Nikki was talking about? Well, guess what? Now you can go into my shop, my Amazon shop, and if you purchase and click on the gear in my playlist, it supports my channel at no additional cost to you, but I do have to make a disclaimer about it that, you know, anything that you purchase, obviously, I do get a small commission. So if you like what I'm throwing down and you like learned it from me, I would appreciate the credit to keep my small channel alive, because I really absolutely love connecting with you every Tuesday. But this is the Electro Voice RE50B. And so this is what I would do. It comes with a wind foam screen too. So I would just stick it in here. For a lot of people who, actually, I'm surprised sometimes that people don't know what a mic flag is. So I definitely didn't know what this was called until, like, you know, a couple of months after the fact that I decided I was going to do it. And then I put this on. Oh, how cute is this? And then, you know, when you're holding it and you're like saying, hello, this is Nicki Sun at NAB show, reporting from the show floor, you have your options now. So that's why I do every other. Sometimes, you know, maybe you can read everything and sometimes not. So I have my logo without the bottom, which is what my exclusive pins were. And by the way, if you sat in my in-studio audience, everybody went home with an exclusive TechNicki speaking pin, and especially also my beginning Patreons all got a TechNicki speaking pin. If you want a pin and if you want to support my endeavors outside of watching every Tuesday, I do have a Patreon, by the way. I just forget to talk about it because you know, plugging that has always been hard for me. I love just creating. So if you do want to support me on Patreon and see your name in the associate producer credits or get a TechNicki speaking pen, it's patreon.com/Nicki Sun. Just make sure you spell my name correctly, Nickisun. Otherwise, you get a very different adult entertainer on the very other end. And if it says if you're over 18 or not, that is not me. So just make sure you spell my name correctly. Hi, Richard. Oh, Nikki. That's amazing. Johnny, I don't know what you mean by how many you had. I hope that's not referring to how many like caffeinated drinks I had, but I forget what I was talking about, to be honest. So what do you mean by how many had you had? Mic flags? Lovers? Friends? What are we talking about? Now you just said yes, Johnny. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm assuming mic flags. I've had 2 mic flags. Although the TechNicki speaking one, I had 3 essentially. So the first one, when I did it, I got, you know, this plastic one, and then my girlfriend had made me like a vinyl sticker that you just peel off. But as you can see, it's glossy, and I don't like the gloss in that way. And like the sticker was not a die cut. It was literally just a full-on sticker. So you can see the difference, right? So I like the gloss. I feel like it's a little bit more professional, and it's more, I could place it anywhere I want. So this is that one, and then this is this one. So you can see the difference. That's why the devil is in the details. So I'm a very detailed person. So that's why I love this one. So yeah, if you're planning on doing your mic flag, huge perk. I can give you a link to these because I don't think these are available on Amazon, but you can also get your logo done through a Cricut machine, or you can go online. I'm pretty sure some amazing local Etsy store can do it for you as well. So it supports small businesses at the same time. So definitely love it. Definitely love it, love it, love it. Oh yes, thank you, Richard. Richard put in the chat my Amazon shop. So I really appreciate you for helping the viewers see exactly where my store is located. And also, you know, when you're watching this, I believe my store name at the bottom where it says TechNicki Speaking by Nicki Sun, it shows up as a little baby URL link, and it says View Storefront. So if you do View Storefront as well, when you click on these lives, they need to make it easier to find me, because I can't even do a basic search in the search engine on live streams and find my channel. Like, you would literally have to know my live streams, which if you follow me on social media or Instagram, it's all in my bio. Like, I have like, you know, link tree kind of thing where if you click on it, my Amazon lives, it goes straight to my live page. So if you ever don't know how to get to my store, my front, just go to nickisun.com or technickispeaking.com, or even the links in my bio on my Instagram, and you'll see it. But I'm trying to figure out an easier way to show people my stuff. But thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. Johnny is like, I'm on social media. Great, Johnny. Hope you follow me everywhere on YouTube, social media, Instagram, Twitter, all those things. I would appreciate the follow so I can see what you're up to as well. Oh my gosh. Okay, then I went through that. Oh, I would say the last thing that I'm going to go over today would probably be the thing that I gave away that had everybody absolutely obsessed. It is the pocket tripod. So if you go into my Instagram link, I actually have a bigger deal for you for this pocket tripod. If you enter Nicki, all capital, Nicki, you get an additional 20% off, I believe. And then it also supports me as well. Let me just move this to the side so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, sorry for my sniffles. Let me move this over here. And let's see, what is this thing? This is this thing. Okay, so actually let me do a picture-in-picture, because a YOLO box can really do picture-in-picture. So this will be my main screen. This will be my small screen. And yeah, we'll do it like such. All right, so done. And let's do it like this. Okay, cool. So here we are. And as you can tell, here is my handy dandy wallet. I also wanted to show you all something I was really super proud of. Like, this is no way bragging at all. This is me realizing that I'm able to be booked a lot more on travel gigs lately. So I got the American Express Platinum card. And with the artwork, you had 2 different artists this year, and I picked Julie. I'm obsessed, but just like this card is the same size as this pocket tripod. So see that? It's literally the same size as this. So I literally put this in my wallet. And first of all, shout out Happy Mother's Day. All those who also act like mothers in all your daily lives. Couldn't do it without you. But this past weekend had an epic Mother's Day weekend. And obviously, when we want to take a picture, I don't have my tripod like you see back here constantly with me. So what I would normally do is, you know, there's usually a counter or a stool or something that you can stack up, but then you need something to hold your phone, right? Instead of leaning it against something. So this has been amazing. I gave away basically a pocket tripod to all my guests on my show at NAB. In addition, I gave away to people who were asking questions live in studio. Like, they didn't know. I said I was going to give prizes away, but no one knew exactly how I was going to give away prizes. But I love encouraging people to like be as engaged and participate as much as possible, which everybody in the chat comments, I love you guys already. So just know that I do reward that kind of participation. So everybody in the audience got a t-shirt, a TechNicki speaking pen, but the people who asked the first question also got this amazing pocket tripod. So again, for those of you who have never seen this before, you can also get it on Amazon. I have it on my carousel, or you can get it in my link on Instagram. But just really quickly, boom, boom, and all of a sudden I have a tripod, okay? And how is that a tripod? Well, when I put my phone here, now I can stand it up. I can also like adjust it as well. So I think it's already at the full adjustment, but I can adjust it as well. There it goes. I changed my background screen too. Do you guys like it? It's like a video, like moving screen. Yeah. But, you know, when you're capturing, here, I'll show you. Like, let me move it off the screen just in case there's some private stuff that I don't want you to see. Okay, let's see. See? All right, so I love that I can adjust the angle, right? So this is like my actual hand. Here's my ring. So it's like I don't have to worry about it tipping over because it has 180 degrees of rotation. What do you call it? A rotation power. But this is like, you know, the phone at 180. And then I could just bring it back up too if I wanted to. So he would if he wanted to. But yeah, and then I can also, you know, have this. So I definitely use this a lot. Imagine put this on a stool, put it on self-timer, or also if you do the frontal mode on a Samsung, you put your hand out and I'll just take a picture. But this has been literally the most awesome thing to bring on. Oh, Carlos is here. Carlos says I didn't get one. I don't think you were in my audience, Carlos. You had to be there to get one. But if you want one, the link is in my bio. You get 20% off just for NAB. If you were attendee at NAB, you could enter code Nicki, Nicki. But look at this. It's so cool. And again, when you flip it like this, it's like pizza form, right? So you never want to bend it. So the first misconception is when you first get these things, people bend it, right? But you don't want to bend it because you can break it. You literally swivel, make it a pizza form, and then you pull this up, right? But then let's say you want to watch this like horizontally and you need more space. Well, you just twist it 90 degrees and then you can pull it apart. And now I can put this right here. And then now I can also watch like my movies like this. So I think it's like super, super cool. And then when you want to take it off, you just take it off. And then to put it back together, you see these two ends right here. You just whoop, there you go. And there you go. And then it goes again right back into the wallet. And it's now the coolest thing I have in my wallet. But oh my goodness, thank you all so much for joining me on my first live since coming back from NAB show. I don't really count last week's because I had to delete a lot of that test footage, but I also put it on unlisted because at the end of the day, this channel is all about being transparent, product testing, seeing what works, what doesn't, being transparent about it, offering improvements, and just to have basically the best all-around technology there is possible. Oh my gosh, Victoria with the K in the middle of the name, never seen that before, has just started following. Appreciate you, Victoria. Thank you so much for following my stream. I have hit my hour. Thank you so much for staying with me. Again, if this is your first time, please hit the follow button on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page at TechNicki Speaking, and also Amazon Live. That way you get notified every time I go live. And just a quick announcement, I am actually going to Reykjavik, Iceland, August 1st to the 6th. So if you are looking to unlock your creativity and your creative potential, join me and 50 other speakers in beautiful Iceland, August 3rd to the 5th. I'm flying there from the 1st to the 6th, but it's going to take me a day to get there. But please join. It's basically, I'm going to lead 3 sessions on different forms of creativity, sessions I would never normally teach during like a visual storytelling conference or a future media conference. But I'll be in Iceland and would absolutely love for you to join. If you enter the code Nicki Creative, all caps, N-I-C-K-I, Creative, you get $100 off as well. But if you happen to be in Iceland, or you want to travel to Iceland, or maybe you want to, have your company sponsor you to a creative conference in Iceland about creativity and how we approach life to really go after and manifest the things that we want. You know how I feel about manifestation. That is such a topic that speaks near and dear to my heart. So I'm so excited to be sharing my personal revelations with you all in Iceland, August 3rd to the 5th. I believe some of it will be live streamed as well, but as we get closer to the event, I'll know. But I'm really, really excited. I've never been to Iceland before. It's always been a dream to see the Northern Lights, although I think I'm a little too early because I don't think the Northern Lights show until September. But again, I'm just really excited to be a part or even considered to be asked to speak at a creativity conference like this. It's really cool. But thank you so much. Stay tuned to my channels as well. I'll be posting a lot more on Instagram as well. I've been having a lot more fun with Reels when it comes to filming like quick videos on tech and stuff. And oh my goodness, I can't believe this Axsoon Cine I2s Pro actually lasted this entire time. Oh my gosh, it only has 1% left. So this is perfect to end my live stream on. But thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.